Welcome back to CSBM Plus Commentary. When I saw the Felscard hero talents, I kind of got inspired to make a new build for players that are just trying to get into Havoc that maybe don't like the inertia playstyle or any of the essence break type of playstyles with throw glaive. So I built a no throw glaive. I believe it's fairly competitive damage for how easy this is. Plus, it's very good to start getting you used to using all of the Havoc abilities. So you have Glaive Tempest, so you get used to always pressing something, having the Fury for those times, but you don't actually need any of the inertia windows, anything like that. So what we're going to want to do is pretty much just spam our Fell Blade, our Fell Rush, our Vengeful Retreats. That will get us a lot of stacks of momentum as our Hunt also procs it. There's so many ways for us to get our stacks up now, so it actually feels kind of good. This is not going to be the highest damage that you can do in Mythic Plus, and that is not what I will be playing on live, but I think this is a great opportunity for somebody that just wants to start playing Havoc. It's an easier build, and you're not going to be punished for any real mistakes. You get to stack up your buffs with momentum. You don't have to focus on the windows in case you used your Immolation Aura too early, something like that. There's so many different possibilities that can go wrong with DH, but this build allows you the freedom to just kind of pump at all times no matter what you hit, and that was kind of my goal with this build. All right, so here's the talent tree that we have so far. This is the talent setup that I was playing in that dungeon here. I think it's overall great for your first opener build. You have a lot of different stuff that you'll actually still have to use, but it's not too overbearing, and if you miss some of it, it's kind of like the Felscard hero tree is really good for just kind of giving you a lot of extra energy. So even if you do kind of screw it up with demon blades, I mean, it's just going to kind of be like you have a lot. So one of the main parts of this build is when we go into a pack, we want to focus on getting our rage fires up. We get a lot of extra damage from Felscard. Whenever we go into our demon form, our abilities will then explode on all of the mobs. So if there's a lot of mobs, you want to try to use your abilities quickly, because if it's a lower key, you're gonna have a hard time padding if you if all your abilities don't go up before the mobs are dead. So just a quick tip on how to pad there. But so this will get you pressing buttons for Havoc, but they are not going to just feel brutal if you miss them. So if you completely miss your Essence Break window, you have no Fury, no nothing. It feels really bad. But when you're playing Glaive Tempest and you just kind of like miss it and you just kind of use it here and there, it feels really good. I'm not going to lie. If you really don't want to have any active abilities whatsoever, take Glaive Tempest out, and then we're just going to put it into Chaos Theory, and then you're just a Chaos Strike machine and just keep looking for procs. Look for procs all day. Just spam procs for your tier set. Your tier set gives you every single time your Blade Dance is on cooldown, your Chaos Strike deals 20% damage. It always does 20% increased damage and has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown of Blade Dance. Incredible. So the more passives you have for damage on your Chaos Strike, you're going to be Chaos Striking a lot, but remember, it's not the most damage in the game. So beware of that. It is much easier to not even have Glaive Tempest whatsoever, but if you want to use any Havoc abilities whatsoever, you're going to be using Glaive Tempest. Focus on using momentum. It's not that bad. Your Fell Rush, Hunt, Vengeful Retreat increases your damage by 6 seconds up to 30 seconds. When you do your main opener, you open up with like 2 Fell Rushes, then you get a Hunt. You just have so much time, and then you just use one more Vengeful Retreat. By the time that even gets down to 20 seconds, you Fell Rushed again. You have so much time for momentum. I think it's completely fine to play now. People are turned off by the word momentum. Inertia is much different. I will be playing that. That's a main staple of Aldrachi Reaver. You're like, I'm almost certain you have to play Inertia every single time you throw that glaive. You better be enhancing it and all of the abilities behind it by 18%. It's just like, why not? That's just a no-brainer. So, but momentum right now, I think you can try it. I think it's going to be fine. Do not even think about it. Just try to fell rush when it's convenient. And just remember, every time you fell rush, ventral retreat, hunt, you are getting 6% damage and it lasts a decent amount of time. Inertia is one fell rush with a global before it, the immolation. Then you're fell rush through, then you get 4 seconds. So you probably would have had to I beam before all of that. So you get the most out of your meta window. It's much harder. This is the harder version of DH. If you want to play, I have not played Inertia Fellscarred with this build yet. It is. I've only tried this just to see if I could be competitive in Mythic Plus. I think I did pretty well. I beat an Ellie Shaman in +5 Miss of Tyrna Scythe. So it's my first time trying the build. I just threw it together based on what I believe is good for a new player. I think your main difficult part of this build will be chaotic transformation. I personally screwed it up in this key, but I also forgot I was running it. So, what chaotic transformation is oh, excuse me, actually, it's called inner demon. So, when you use chaotic transformation, your inner demon will proc. Your inner demon will send out a brand new demon that does a huge AoE. I think it did okay damage. Let's see. Let's see how much it did in our key. Inner demon, 3.5% overall, not being optimized at all. Let me tell you. And that's why I think it's gonna be good. It's good. It's good and fun in low keys. Chaotic transformation is fun. I think this build is for fun, not for the absolute maximum DPS that you could possibly do on this class. If you want to do that, you're playing Inertia, Aldrachi, Reaver. Somebody just made a 2 million DPS build on one of the, I think it's Fellhammer website, so that's pretty sick. I've got to try that build out in a little bit. But I want to make something so if you're trying right now on beta to play one of these builds, I think this is a fine opening introduction build to Havoc. If you do not want anything to press, get rid of Glaive Tempest, switch it for Chaos Theory, and just hit Chaos Strike and Blade Dance and hope that your tier set gets its procs, resets your Blade Dance. Feels pretty nice. I think it's a fun build. It's I think the only other thing you should be able to change is your Chaos Strike or Chaos Nova can slow PD pull. I mean, that's fine. Improve Soul Rending is whatever. I think I would have to sim this one, but once again, I'm not really doing sims. I will learn what the most damage is, and that's the build I'll play. I mean, that's how it's going to go. But for now, I think that you can have some fun playing this build. I hope this helps you out. And I'm looking forward to Fellscar probably opening the door for more players